गुज म्हटल्यार गोवा युनियन ऑफ जर्नलिस्ट हे गोयच्या पत्रकारितेतले मातृ संघटनेन आपलो 48वो स्थापना दीस मनयलो. ह्या निमतान चवथो गुज फाउंडेशन डे लेक्चर दवरिल्लो. विशय आसलो जर्नलिस्ट रायट्स अँड ड्युटीज. सुवाळ्यात ॲडव्होकेट कार्लोस आल्वारीज फेरेरा आणि ॲडव्होकेट सुभाष नायक जॉर्ज हांणी मोलादीक विचार मांडले.
You can build up your narrative and you can also guide the people who follow you into which way we agree or we disagree on any subject or a topic. I one thing for sure, not because I'm a politician, but I am a lawyer and I believe in the absolute power of the press. We call press as the fourth pillar of democracy. It's not simply to say it. Even in those dark days, I'm going to use this phrase in a different manner, when we had limited knowledge, when we had limited access, when we had limited means of communication, and even courts were not so easily accessible as today. That's why I call that like the dark ages. At that time, journalists were most powerful. And that is why that old phrase, the pen is mightier than the sword, always made any person, howsoever high, even level of the Prime Minister, to tremble. You may have remembered about Khushwant Singh, the famous journalist. And I read some article of his some time back, of how he had written such an article against Indira Gandhi at that time. And she called him to Delhi and she asked him his point of view. She tried to put her point of view, but he said, I stood my ground and said, I am doing what I have to do. But you can understand, in those days when you had very powerful leaders and the press could shape that kind of a stature of a leader. I believe that the press must enjoy the freedom of expression and the freedom to express not just what it feels, but sometimes to correct if there is something which is being done which is wrong. Every human being, including myself, we can be fallible, we can fail in some ways. And if you bring it to our attention, we can correct it before it becomes chronic and it becomes irreversible. And I think journalism, I don't think, is doing a service for the sake of killing somebody, but it's for the good of the society. And that's what I see, that you all always take up issues, you'll take up topics, you'll take up matters which concern not just politics, but also society, about environment, and about well-being of people.
Options are available for all of you to claim the benefits. Now all employees, all working journalists, whether they are permanent employees, whether they are contract, they have a right to get, according to me, they have a right to get benefits of Majidya wage board. They have a right to get the benefits. It is there, they should get. Even in the amended laws also, now they have said that instead of permanent, there will be fixed term contract employees, hire and fire. Already, you are already in that position. You already, most of you are already in contract. But what amendment they have done in new thing is, even this fixed term contract employees, they should get on par with permanent, whatever benefits. So even there, you would be entitled to claim, get whatever permanent employee gets. So these are the few points which I wanted to share with you. That, and the thing is that the days are going to be difficult hereafter. Once the 4 labor codes are notified, there will be a lot of challenges before us. It's the new thing. There will be higher and of course unions will come out of it. There will be a lot of challenges. Only if you have a trade union, you would be able to meet a challenge. Otherwise, as an individual, it will be very difficult. So it's the duty of everybody, to strengthen go-inner journalists or other unions which are existing in newspaper industry, because that is the only thing that can save you from. The next alternative is, if there is no union, nothing, no support, you will be like these unorganized workers existing all over. 90-95% is unorganized worker in Goa, who are getting what they are getting: minimum wages, minimum facilities, and no job protection. That is the only alternative. And having a union, strengthening it, is a better option and stronger option. I think that should be the duty of everyone to support.